Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Three of Swords. Very often the Three of Swords is a card of the function of memory. Okay? So it's really asking us to look into the past, right? And to ask ourselves, what have we been holding on to? What is the anchor that is preventing us from moving forward or feeling free, or feeling a form of release, that's going to allow us to enjoy life or make progress or to feel better or to live better or to just have that kind of freedom, right? The Three of Swords is a card of sorrow or of heartbreak sometimes. Very often it's a card that says we, as human beings, tend to relive our past experiences in a way that's hurting us again here in the present, whether we know it or not, okay? So it really is about the function of memory, and I think that what we can do with this card is if we release that energy from the past and we apply it to the future, we're sort of like we're living future memories, right? We are maybe using visualization and positive affirmations to help us manifest the life, the present, and the future that we really truly want. Yeah. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what's going on here. There we've got the Eon card. The Eon, this is exactly this, right? This is exactly the card that says we have to make a decision to go from the past to the future, right? This is the doorway where we are closing a door on an old chapter. We're closing a door on what came before, yesterday, last year, when we were kids. It's time to move on from that, right? This is a card of a definite decision to walk through the door, shut the door behind you, and begin this new life, right? But it's a conscious effort. We have to do this voluntarily, right? And it's usually not an easy process. Okay, we have a Seven of Swords. We have a Princess of Swords. There is your Leo power card. There is the Lust or Strength card. That is the card that rules the sign of Leo. So that's a very special card, especially since it's right up here at the top. You're stepping into your power. And we've got that Four of Pentacles in the future position. Now, on the path of the Serpent, we have the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. So it is an ending, right? That leads to, obviously, a new beginning. We have the Death card, which is the scary thing. This is the challenge, the fear, the worry, the concern, the obstacle. Because this is all about letting go of the past and moving forward into the future, recycling energy, right? This is the card of change. It's the fundamental force of the universe, okay? And look at that Ten of Pentacles. Oh, from the Ace to the Ten. You've struck gold here. This is going to be success that you've only dreamed of, right? But we've got to let go of something from the past that I think you're still occupies a place in your mind. And I think it's preventing you from enjoying life. We don't have any water energy here, right? And I think it's because this energy from the past is kind of tying us up in that way. And it's not allowing us right now to enjoy the present or to be, hopeful of the future and to really have a positive, optimistic view of that future. But your future is going to be absolutely wonderful. But we have to release whatever this air energy is. This is air energy that's kind of dividing you against yourself. Okay? It's sort of It's keeping you away from your best version of yourself here with this lust or strength card. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We'll set it right here with Clark W. Griswold III, a.k.a. Sparky, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, all right? But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction, if at any point during the reading you think you know what that card is, leave your prediction down in the comments, okay? Let's take a look around the room. We do see our major arcana. We have this doorway of the Eon card, rebirth, reawakening, the baptism by fire, the phoenix rising from the ashes. You're rising into your true self. It's a process of transformation. It's a process of letting go, reclaiming energy, and applying that energy to current processes and current transformations and future work, right? Because, of course, the death card, nature is the great recycler. Nothing is ever wasted, right? There are no experiences that are wasted, and there's no energy that is wasted. So when we are able to free the energy up from here, that energy's got to go somewhere. The mental energy, especially, because there's a lot of swords cards, right? We don't see any overt fire energy, although there is fire here and there is fire here, okay? We do not see any water energy, except there's some water energy implied in the Pisces death card. The Scorpio death card is a water energy, right? Scorpio is a water sign. So a little bit of water implied there. We do have air, 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 and air. And then we've got our 3 earth cards, which are really wonderful earth cards, especially that 10 of Pentacles. That is your best life, okay? But back to the Eon card, this is an intentional move. This is, we're doing the work. We're stepping through the doorway. And I think this is a doorway where you say, you know what, I'm done with the past. I'm not going to let it define me. I'm not going to let it hold me back. I'm not going to live my life in that past. Maybe there's something back there that you're trying to still figure out. Maybe there's something that happened to you, and as we see with our Princess of Swords, we're still trying to understand what it was, why it happened. You know, we're asking all those questions about it, trying to figure it out. There has to come a point where we just say, I'm done with it. I don't even, almost saying, I don't even care anymore. I want to live my life. I want to become who I'm meant to become. I want to understand, what is going to enter the world through me. What am I creating? Why am I here? Who am I? I don't, the past is important. Sure, we are supposed to learn from the past. We're supposed to try to understand how our history has helped contribute to who we are right now. But we can't let that past define us. And we certainly can't live in that past where that's kind of like, every free moment we have, that's what we're thinking about. And maybe it's really more of a nostalgia than any particular event. It could just be, we're living in a lot of different time periods in the past. It's like the ghost of Christmas past is always here every night. It's okay once in a while, but every night it's okay. Come on, I got to start, I got to get ready for the present and for the future as well, And interesting, the ghost of Christmas future just happens to have been death, right? Anyway, the 3 of Swords, of course, is the way our memories are affecting us in this negative way, especially if we are reliving any kind of past experiences that were negative experiences, right? We keep reliving this event that happened like last year, let's say, and we keep thinking about it, and we're injuring ourselves again. Because as far as the body, the mind, and the emotions, the subconscious is concerned, it's happening again right now. Right? Because for some reason, humans are very good at summoning those negative emotions and feeling the pain again. Feeling what it was like to be back there. Let's say, your parents were yelling at you or something, right? Just to take a silly example. We think about that now, or when we maybe had a very awkward encounter with a friend, last week or something like that. That we'll sit there and chew on it, right? We'll ruminate on it. And we'll feel that again. We'll feel the awkwardness. We'll feel the sort of the sting of it, right? We're very good at that. And for as far as, for all intents and purposes, we're there again right now, thinking about it and feeling that again. It's happening again. It just doesn't just happen once. It happens again and again and again and again because we're reliving it. Think about if we took that ability and we applied it to what I call future memories, right? Where do you want to, what kind of encounter do you want to have tomorrow, today, right now even, right? What do you want your life to be? And that's where we get the Ten of Pentacles. We have to have a vision of our best life. What is your best life, right? Get out a sheet of paper, get out a pencil, draw a picture. What is your best life? You got your pets, your plants, your people. What else is there? What kind of life is it? How does it feel? What are the colors, the smells, the tastes? What are the sensations? Right? Apply this mental energy that we have to this future and imagine yourself here and how good that feels. Right? We're so good at doing it for the past. Let's do it for the future. Yeah. And I think that's the ticket, right? The Seven of Swords down beneath the surface. You may be someone who's prone to a little bit of self-criticism. It feels like this is kind of, because of what happened in the past, or even because we don't understand what happened in the past, or I can't believe I reacted that way, or I can't believe I behaved that way, I can't believe I said that stupid thing. Trust me, I put my foot in my mouth multiple times a day, right? Very often in these readings. But even if it is, more serious things that happened, in any period of time in our history. This is the energy, this is the voice inside of us that says, what did I do to deserve that? Why did I let that happen? What does that say about me? And then we start getting into that really, really dark area that we don't want to be in. Okay, so it's the way that we sort of keep attacking ourselves. Very often we're trying to do the right thing here, the Ace of Swords in the middle. We're trying to follow our path. But these other little swords keep creeping in. It's like those intrusive thoughts. It's like we just suddenly find ourselves now reliving something that happened to us yesterday, or a year ago, or 20 years ago. And it's like it's attacking us. But it's, in a way, it's our own mind doing that. We need to get some control over this. And we need to make that really, it's a conscious decision. This is a declaration, right? That says, I am done with that. And maybe this is the card that says we have to say it out loud. Maybe we got to go to a secluded place in the woods and scream it into the universe, right? But it is that decision. It is that very loud and very conscious, very real, and undeniable decision, right? There's no equivocation here. The Princess of Swords in the background position is that sort of investigation. I feel like you're someone that likes to learn from the past. You want to be able to look at something and understand, okay, what happened there? What do I need to do differently? But when when this is where most of our mental energy goes, we're taking a lot of energy away from what's going on right now, what we're becoming right now, what situations are we in right now. And how can we make the most of what we have and where we are, what we're doing, and what do we want to move forward into, and what wants to enter the world through you. Okay? The mind is creating a bit of a bird cage around our spirit. Okay? But there's nothing wrong with wanting to learn from the past, right? Everybody says, well, we got to learn from the past or we're doomed to repeat it. I feel like that's where we are now. In our effort to learn from the past, we are repeating it. So we're already doomed in that way, right? Enough is enough, I think is the message here. So let's let go of that past. Yeah. I think that you have analyzed it enough. You understand it probably the best that you ever will. Sometimes we have to content ourselves and say, you know what? I'll never understand what happened. I don't know why I said the things I did. Maybe maybe it was your having a short exchange with someone that you really admired and you said something just completely ridiculous, right? And you embarrassed yourself. Again, I do that at least 3 times a day. We can rack our brains. Why did I say that? Was it a Freudian slip? Was it just a brain fart? These things happen. And sometimes we just have to say, I don't know. Why I did that, I'm just going to I'm going to forget about it. That was yesterday. Today's a new day. For the more serious things, right, that have happened to us. Sometimes the Princess of Swords, now I'm no psychotherapist, I'm no trained clinician or anything. Sometimes we have to just sort of forgive and forget. We realize that this energy is always going to be a part of us. I'm kind of expecting now a 6 of Swords as our mystery card. All these things will still be with us. But if we're constantly analyzing them and looking at them and thinking about them and reliving them, we're causing a repeated trauma. Okay? So I feel like this card is really trying to represent the futility of us trying to cut our way through the jungle of the past. Why are we trying to go back? Okay. The card up top, of course, is your Leo energy, the lust or strength card. This is the best version of yourself. I think you are going to become so much more passionate about the present moment. What you're doing in your life right now really needs your attention. Okay? I think there is something very powerful manifesting through you. I think you're a very creative person. I think that applying your energy to the present moment is really going to, it's going to see a lot of progress very quickly. You know, when we're able to sort of collect our mental energy and apply it to what's going on right now, we're not living in the past, and we're not worried about the future either. We may, and that's probably the 3 of Swords as well, which, of course, we don't want to be stuck in the past. And as a counteractive to that, I said to do the future visualization, right? And that's important just to kind of achieve that balance a little bit. But we have to bring things back to the center, and you've got to work on what you're doing right now. I think you're involved in a lot of really awesome stuff. You're really doing a lot of cool things, whether you're an artist, you're a creative type of some kind, whether you're in business, whether this is, you're raising a family, you're part of a group of friends or a group of collaborators. I don't see a lot of people around you right now, but it really could be that you're in a crowded room, but you're sort of stuck in your head in this way. And so we're not seeing all the people around us. Okay. I feel like you're going to be reconnecting with yourself, with spirit, and reconnecting with your environment, reconnecting with the present moment. And this is power. This is, well, courage. But this is a passion that is really just desires to run wild, right? This is kind of, this is somebody just sort of dancing in the street. Yeah. I think you're embodying this very confident, very powerful, and very creative energy, right? You are the lion. Yeah. And I think that we could look at this also as getting a little bit of control over ourselves, because what if the air energy, the Swords cards, are really affecting our life in the present moment in a way where we're sort of we're acting impulsively. See, there's a shadow side to every card, right? And sometimes the shadow side of this lust or strength card is that we are behaving in very impulsive ways without any sort of filter. That some of this mental energy is sneaking up from the unconscious, and it's leading you into behaviors that you kind of think, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I react that way? You know, it activates a complex or something. There's a way for some of this energy to just escape into behaviors that we almost feel like it's somebody else doing it. Okay? And so maybe that is where we're so affected by these things that happened a long time ago, right? And at the same time, we find ourselves reacting and interacting with people in awkward ways, and then we leave and we say, why did I say that? Why did I put my foot in my mouth again? You know? And so I think the two are really tied together. But cutting off those anchors Breaking those chains with the past is allowing you to take full advantage of your creative energy, of your will, of your spirit and soul right now, and this intense surge of passion that you have in your life. Okay, I think you're becoming the best version of yourself, and I think that what you are doing, or what you are about to do, or what you are wanting to do in your life is going to be full of passion and creativity. Yeah. And in the future position, we see a Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is safety, security, and stability. Okay. And I think that this is really, this is about us finding exactly that, the safety, the security, and the stability. Realizing that where we are right here in the present moment, we're protected from the past. Okay. If we are still ruminating on the past, and we're still reliving those events, those negative events, we're not fortified, right? We're not protected. The doors are wide open, and all those arrows are shooting right in at us, and they're hitting us. If we sort of shut the doors, if we cut off that energy from the past, it's kind of the perception here that the past can only hurt us if we let it, right? That if we're focusing on that too much, we're letting it in. It's going to hurt us. But also, if we're not aware of it, if we try to just ignore it, it still can creep up from underneath the floor, right? And it can still hurt us. So we have to be aware of this, but we don't want to be ruminating on all that stuff. I think in the very near future, you're going to find you're going to reach a certain milestone in whatever you're doing, whatever your creative work is. We take these two cards together, right? You're creating a stability here in your life. And I think the stability really for you is to put this creative energy, this kind of wild and free sort of, passionate energy, give it something to do. Right? Give it something to do. I feel like it needs a bit of a routine. We're not trying to cage the lion. No. What we're trying to do is give ourselves something useful to do, something to apply ourselves to, new habits, new routines, a new project, something to focus on in the present, preferably working with your hands, right? That's going to help you stay grounded and stay in the present moment. Trying to not restrain this creative energy or this power, this passion, not suppress it, not diminish it, right? But just to harness it and to channel it into something very productive for you. Okay? And it really could be anything. It doesn't matter what this is. What matters is, I think working with your hands is important in this. But what matters is it keeps you grounded in the present moment. This could literally be anything. Collecting stamps, it could be crocheting, it could, I don't know, right? Whatever you want it to be. But it gives us something that engages our mind, engages our body, right? And hopefully it starts to open up the heart chakra a little bit, and we get some of that water energy in. Okay? But these are those good habits and those good routines. This could be even just like a kind of an easy like hatha yoga practice in the mornings or something, right? Or anything. It could be painting. It could be working with clay. It could be cooking. It could be cleaning. Anything you want it to be, right? But I do feel that you're someone who benefits from working with your hands. Yeah. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. All right, leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Your general energy is the Ten of Swords. This is about the tearing down of the bars of the cage, right? I always call this card kind of the bird cage card. We're getting out of the bird cage. We're getting out of this frame of mind that seems to have been blocking our passion, blocking our true self, blocking our spirit, blocking us from manifesting whatever is trying to manifest through us. And sort of preventing us from really stretching out our wings, right? Spreading our wings. And this is usually, it usually takes an effort to recognize the birdcage. Okay? It's like we have to focus our eyes in a certain way to see it. It's kind of like when you're looking through a window screen or a screen door. It sort of has a weird visual effect, and you have to really focus your eyes to either see through the screen or see the screen. Well, I think we're seeing the screen now. We're seeing the bars of the birdcage. So we realize that we have to break with this energy. And maybe this is a specific event. Maybe this is even, some more physical connection with this energy, right? It could be a relationship that's still there, even. It could be an there's still something tying you to that person or that place or that thing, that experience. Okay. This is also the card that says we've been hanging on to the bones of something. It's like we have a fish, and all the flesh is gone, but we're just hanging on to the bones. That's not going to nourish us. Every time we try to feed ourselves on those bones, well, you don't want to eat fish bones, right? So it's like we've run out of any nutrition from this past energy. You've picked the bones clean. There's nothing more to gain. There's nothing more to nourish ourselves on from that, right? There's no more nutrition there. So what's the point of going over these bones over and over and over again? And that's what the Princess of Swords is doing. Going over the bones over and over and over again, trying to get some additional knowledge, wisdom, or understanding from it, but there's nothing left. Okay. And I think once we perceive that, once we realize what we're doing, we can say, oh, okay, I don't need that anymore. Let me do what I want to do. Now I'm ready to live my life. So we're sort of cutting the anchor away, right? And I think that's really what's going on with the lust or the strength card, is trying to get out, trying to manifest through you. And it's like you have this boat, and the boat inside of you, the motor's running full speed, full throttle, wide open throttle, but it's not able to go anywhere because it's anchored still. Well, that's not smart. Right? We want to let go of the anchor. Sometimes we just have to cut the anchor away. Maybe the anchor's stuck down there on some seaweed or something. Yeah. Maybe we got to cut that anchor off, and then the boat's going to go shooting forward. Right? It's kind of like a cartoon. You got the throttle wide open. As soon as you cut the anchor, guess what? It's like a slingshot. You're going to just, it's going to be really, really fast and maybe very disruptive. And so it could really lead to this kind of tower event. So we want to make sure that we sort of, we give ourselves something to do with this energy. We release the anchor, and we sort of build these good habits. We build a bit of a routine and a bit of a flow, and then we start picking up speed. We get out of the birdcage, right? And this is the act of severing that anchor, okay? And what we see next is, well, the freedom to manifest whatever it is that you want now. Now your essential self, your alignment with your true self, can apply this passionate creative energy to anything you want. And guess what? Your ace will become a 10 of Pentacles. Whatever you do will be successful. Whatever you do now, you can see it through till the very end, and you can manifest your will. So the Ace of Pentacles is, I think, really the beginning of new relationships. It is, it's the first step into your new life. Once you get through this doorway, I know we're kind of a lot of metaphors here. Once we get through this doorway, we take that first step on that new path, and I think everything sort of floods in. I honestly think that the Death card here is sort of representing the flood of emotion, of true emotion, true feeling, which is probably going to be a little bit of tears, and a whole lot of joy, right? Because I feel that whatever is this past thing for you, I feel like you've been intellectualizing it a lot, trying to understand it, figure it out, reason it through, think it through, where maybe what we just need is just to let that cathartic experience, just to release all that water energy and be free of it, right? We let the bad water out, and now we're ready for that good water to come in, okay? And the Ace of Pentacles here, I think, is a lot of new things coming into your life. New relationships, new opportunities, a new lease on life. Whatever you're trying to do in life, whatever is trying to manifest through you, I think this is a feeling as if, okay, the new life starts now. It's like we are reborn on a higher plane here. Well, that's the Eon card too, is the rebirth card, right? And this is you being reborn as this seed of, and now you can be kind of whatever you want. You're free from the past. So you're not just a blueprint of what happened to you. You're not just going to be a carbon copy of whatever this past thing was. That now you're really being reborn as this egg, as this seed, and you can become what you're meant to become. Because you're not still imprinted with all this past stuff, right? And I think the death card here in the position of the obstacle is really this is the key thing. This is the ability to let go of the past. To feel the feelings that are appropriate for this circumstance, and then let go of it and be ready for the future and recycle that energy. Reclaim that mental, emotional energy and apply it to what you're doing right now and what you're doing in the future, where we're going. Yeah, of being your true self and having, I think you're going to have such, you're going to feel so good doing life, you know? This Leo energy, this lust card, is just such a passionate card. It feels like we can do anything. It feels so good to create, you know? And what you're doing is you're creating yourself. Okay? You're full of these original ideas, and it's time to now apply your creativity to the physical world. We've already been working on just sort of getting into a routine, getting some good habits done, starting to work with our hands, and really just to find a way to keep our creative energy busy. And I think that it's really going to grow and expand into something completely life-changing for you. I really think that you've struck gold here. Okay? I think this is success that you've only dreamed of. And it's right here waiting for you. All you have to do is let go of, and I know it makes it sound simple, right? We get out of the birdcage, we let go of the past, and whatever it has been maybe haunting us, right? And we allow that energy to be transformed into creative will, creative ambition, and this passion. And you're creating a 10 of Pentacles. You're creating your best life. Okay? So I feel like you either don't know what you want to do yet, or you do know what it is, and maybe you haven't started yet, or maybe you have started, but it just seems like we can't really get going on it. And that's because of all this air energy that we've been overthinking something. There is something from the past, but I think overthinking in general too. So the Ace then either becomes, it's a resurgence of this passion and enthusiasm for what you know you want to do and what you know is going to manifest through you. Or this could be the discovery of that, the discovery of what is trying to manifest through you. But either way, whether you already know what this is or you don't, or you do and you just are having a difficult time getting motivated, that motivation will come because we are reclaiming a lot of this mental energy, and your best life is here waiting for you. This is the dream come true. This is the best life, right? We need that surge of water energy to come in because it is that joy, that sort of passion, and the reward, the good feeling that comes with doing what you're meant to do. That's going to reinforce you doing what you need to do. So it's a system that's set up that way, that when we do, when we answer the call of our own soul and we do that work, there's a sort of a trickle-down reinforcement that our ego, our bodies, our minds, our hearts, we feel good about it. And that motivates us to keep doing it, to keep working with that. And that's what this is. This is that intense motivation to do what our soul is urging us to do. Okay? And what we have to do is let the lion out of the cage. and begin doing the work to manifest what is trying to be born through us. And that's going to be an effort and reward system loop, that's going to keep us motivated. And this is going to be, I think the success is going to happen very quickly for you. I think you're very quickly going to find a lot of the resources that you need, right? And you're going to see progress happening very, very quickly. But we have to be able to let go of these sort of larger, more significant events in our history, as well as those, relatively minor things like, we kind of said something awkward in a meeting or something last week. Those sorts of things, right? The big things and the little things that sort of build the bars of the birdcage. Yeah. Let's look at our mystery card. This, I think, is going to be water energy. Again, if you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Let's take a look. Oh, it's the Ten of Pentacles. A repeat, an echo of this. So you have a Ten of Pentacles and another Ten of Pentacles. And in this one, we can see that you got your pets, your plants, your people. Right? This is the good life. This is the best life. So it's not just about the achievement or, manifesting what you are sort of meant to do. But it's really about creating this best life, creating a life that is meaningful and significant and rewarding for you. Giving yourself the freedom now to live your best life, to manifest this life, to make the connections, to feel the joy in what you're doing, to feel that you're accomplishing something, to feel that you're being true to yourself, to feel as if we are, we're fully allowing our soul and our spirit to manifest through us. To kind of feel like we're doing everything right. Yeah. And it really, that is such a good feeling. And now we got two of these. And I think this is, you've struck gold here. You really have. Whatever your creative energy is all about, do it. Do more of it. Continue doing it, because it is going to be it's the biggest reward system that we have, I think, when we are following the path that Spirit has for us, right? Again, whatever is inside of you that is trying to manifest through you, that is the highest work, right? That is the most noble work, I think, that any of us could aspire to. And I think this is a really good sign. We're going to do an extended reading as well. We're going to do a hexagram from the Jing. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Leo Tuesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.